Hey, good morning everyone. I just got a ModelOnes set for autumn, and so I wanted to swatch all of them today and then let you guys see what you think of the colors as well. Since I'm going to swatch these, and I don't get swatch sticks, I just use the ones that I can't use on my finger, so I'm just going to write M98 on here so I know it's ModelOnes. And it's number 98. I really wish sometimes that they would actually name their color so it would make my life easier, but I'm just going to put that right there. And this is going to be M306. This is not the easiest thing. I need a smaller Sharpie. M306. But this way when I'm done, I can keep these back and I know which color was which. And then M303, or 313, I'm sorry. Gosh. And then M544. Because I like to do this and then keep them so I don't have to guess as what the color will be when I'm looking to do a certain manicure or whatever. So anyway. All right, so that's done. And because I got these as a kit, I'm just going to use the liquids that came with it, the ModelOnes dips liquids that came with it, base coat, activator, and gel top. So although this is a gel top, it doesn't require any activating or anything like that. So here we go. We're going to do, of course, and I just brought a few extra ones of my tools that I already had. So let's open up 98 first. It is a really bright color. I don't know if I would ever have the need to use this color or not, but it's fall or almost fall, so we're going to give it a try here. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and start with my base on this one. I usually use Azure, but ModelOnes and Azure, I understand, are made by the same company. So that's a pretty sticky base coat. Okay, compared to what I'm used to. So I'm going to dip this in here, and I'm going to pull it back out. So, and I've never really marked them before to see how that would work, but obviously you can kind of see that through that, but it's coat one. I'm not overly worried about that yet. Okay, now we're going to do 306. 306 is, I think, more of a, I'm going to call it a burnt orange, and I really like this color. I'll probably be using that one a lot, at least just based off of the powder. So we'll just go ahead and put a coat on here. Okay. All right, so what is everyone doing now to get ready for fall? I mean, I know it's like still August and it's not even, you know, the end of summer until the 22nd of September. But we're all conditioned for it to be fall based on kids going back to school, and you know, the leaves are starting to fall around here a little bit because we had some really, really hot weather, and now it's unseasonably cool for us. In August, it's usually, you know, really hot, but we've had like mid 80s, and so that is unseasonably cool for where I'm at. So it's kind of freaky. That's why I'm more fallish probably than usual. All right, and now 544, which is the one I really wanted because it is a sparkle. Look at that. I mean, that's just gorgeous even in the container. So, and I think it's very similar to the M308, only it's got gold shimmer. So we're going to give that a try here and see how that looks. I am a glitter girl. I love glitter on my fingers. I love it. I think it's, you know, just one of those things. Oh, and that's a nice fine glitter. That's what I've been looking for, is a fine glitter. I've got some glitters from Azure, but they're not fine. They're chunky, and I prefer a nice fine glitter. There. Oh, I'm definitely gonna like that. Okay, so by the time I get done doing this, I'm gonna go back and just kind of brush off this first one, any excess powder that hasn't set, and go in for a second coat here. Oh, there we go. And see if we can get a little bit better coverage. That is a really thick base coat. I'm not used to that. Again, I usually use the Azure. I'm sorry, I can't say that word, although you would think since it only means blue, I could, but I can't. And I like their 2-in-1 base top coat and their activator, so I use that. I really do like it, but it's very thin compared to this. So, all right, so let's dust off a 306, 308, 306, 30. Let me double check. 306. Make sure I get all the edges. Sometimes I have a habit of not getting the full edge. I don't know why. You wouldn't think that would be an issue, but evidently for me it is. Okay, getting some nice good coverage there. Still not loving this first color, but hey, who knows? Anything's possible at this point. Okay, I'm liking that. And then again, back here for my glitter. I really love fine glitter. I just think it's, I don't know, I just like it. It's classy, it's timeless. Who doesn't like a little, you know, bling in their life, right? Okay. I like to make sure I get a good coverage. So I probably overdo it a little bit, but I make sure I get all of my surfaces. This looks to be a little wet, so I'm going to let it kind of sit there for just a second and then go back in and do a third coat. And then we'll start with the activator. So, so I hope you're enjoying this. I hope to be able to do more of these types of videos. I like doing these swatches, and I've got plenty of colors to work with. But I just got these, like I said, and I haven't tried the ModelOnes before, so I really wanted to give them a try because I was needing some nice fall colors. So I'll do that again. There we go. And when I get these, you know, groups or whatever, I always use these up because it's a great time to use them instead of the ones I like to use for my actual manicures. All right. All right, that's looking a little better. Again, I'm not really loving that color, but you know, I'm sure it has its use. I'm not loving it. Of course, I can't say that I'm a girl that really likes yellow, so that might be why. It's a pretty yellowish orange. There we go. It's looking better. That burnt color. It's almost a brown, but there's hints of orange in it, so that's why I kind of call it a burnt orange. I've noticed sometimes I have forgotten to brush them off. I will brush this one off with the glitter so that we get a good... And after the third one, what I usually do is use the really strong brush after my third coat to make sure that I've got a nice, good, solid coverage. Wow, I can't believe how sticky that is. Okay, Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with it. It's just really thick, and I'm not used to that. Okay, so there we go. That is all coverage before activator. So again, this glitter is 544. This dark orange is 313. What I would call the burnt orange or the almost brown is the 306. And the bright sunny yellow, in my opinion, is 98. So again, there we go. We've got all of those right there. And if you like this set, and this would make a really good Skittle manicure though, if you're into those. This would make a really good manicure for that. So I will link it below once I get to that point so that everybody can, sorry, my computer's doing weird things as usual. I don't know what it's doing. So I'll just let it finish doing it. Get these to dry a little bit. So that one I can see is still really wet. This one, not quite as much. Yeah, still a little tacky there. So again, anyway, I am really getting excited for fall, although summer is my favorite season. I hate to be cold, and where I live, it does get pretty cold here in the winter. So I like summer the best, but I do enjoy a nice crisp fall morning, some good pumpkin spice latte, and all of those good things. So I'm really, getting ready to want to start doing my fall manis, but it's just a tad early for me. But I'm not going to have a lot of time to do fall manis before I start on my Halloween, because those are my favorite. Halloween is my favorite time of year. So, all right, that's looking pretty dry. So what I'm going to do is go in with this nail brush here. It's not very stiff, but it is a lot stiffer, obviously, than this. And just, do some light brushing to make sure we're getting, all of the loose stuff off. So, there we go. And we'll go ahead and go in with activator on that one. If I can get it open. There we go. Sorry. So there we are. I'll go ahead and do the same on this one. Make sure we get everything brushed really well. Get any of the little bitty flakes off, and then we'll go in with our first coat of activator. There we go. And don't scrimp on using the activator. That's what hardens your nails. And I know a lot of ladies talk about having splits, their nails crack or their dip cracks. I have never had that problem, but I'm also very liberal with the activator. I make sure that I get a lot on there because I don't want to make sure, I don't want to miss any part of it. I want to make sure it has a good activator, so that, and then that's what really hardens the dip. And I've never had any problem with splitting or cracking or any of that business. So now I will state that I change my manicures weekly because I just like to. I get bored very quickly, very easily. And so I like to change my manis up on a pretty regular basis. So usually what I do is on Friday nights, I take my extensions off and I let my fingernails breathe for the weekend, and so I can do, household chores and stuff like that. And then I come back and do my nails, my manicure, you know, like this. Sometimes on Saturday, sometimes on Sunday, depending on what I'm doing. But I don't put it on my fingers until Sunday night, usually. After supper, when I'm done doing all of the dishes and I let my fingers dry really well. And then I use double-coated sticky tabs. And I can usually, I'll have one or maybe two that will pop off during the week. And honestly, I just carry some sticky tabs with me and redo it. And usually I can go a whole week without having any of them, you know, come off. This week I had one, this one here, that popped off, and I had to redo it at work. Again, I just take sticky tabs with me. I have them everywhere. So in case one pops off, I can take care of that pretty quickly. I do not use glue. I do not like the way I have to soak my hands in acetone and just wait forever for that to come off. It's annoying to me, and I don't think it's really all that healthy for your nails, so I don't do that. All right, so everything's been activated. Now for the fun part, because I think you get a really good true idea of the color once you start your top coats. And again, I put on 2 top coats. What I do while I'm top coating is after I've done the activator and I do my top coat, I like to wipe my brush off to try and keep from contaminating any of the top, whether it's the 2-in-1 or whether it's just the regular. I don't want to contaminate anything. All right, so let's take 98 here and see what we get. So like I said, I always think the top coat gives you a much truer idea of what you're looking at for color. And again, I just wipe this off and then go to the next one. Put it down. Wipe off. There we go. Wipe that off again. Okay, so let these dry a little bit before I do the second top coat, and then we will be done. I'm really loving this glitter. That's the type of glitter I like, a nice fine glitter. And I haven't found one quite so fine in the Azure. They've got multiple sizes, some bigger, some smaller, but I really like the small, fine glitter. All right, so let's go back in with our second top coat here. Going a little fast on these, but it's fine. Like I said, these are my swatches, for lack of a better term. There's 98. Oops, forgot to wipe it off. Sometimes I do, I just forget. And so that is why lots of times you get extra brushes with your pack. So if by chance you contaminate it, usually it's the brush that gets contaminated, not the liquid itself, but still. All right, here we go. All right, ta-da. Look at that. So, if you are looking for some fall colors, I think these are really nice colors. I mean, I'm not in love with that, but for a Skittle manicure where it's only on one finger and I probably be 2 glitters if it was me, I could live with it for a week. Absolutely. So if you have any questions, be sure to pop them down in the comments, or if there's anything you'd like to talk about, let me know. If you like my video, please hit the like and the subscribe video. I try to put out at least 1 video a week. Sometimes it'll be 2. It just depends on what's going on as far as whether I've got any new products or whether I'm going to be swatching. Lots of times I will do, I'll do some practice manicures before I decide what I'm going to do for my weekly manicure. I'll have 2 or 3 ideas and I'll do those to see which one I like. So anyway, thanks all for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Everybody have a great day. Stay safe out there, and see you next time.